Welcome ESL to the practice heat races for the Legend Series. As we see, Mitchie O'Brien is on the pole for the first heat of the day. Who will win the first heat and what top 10 drivers will transfer over to the featured race next week? Mitchie O'Brien on the pole, Bob Harlow second, Steve Waters third, Chris Harvey fourth, Eagle Mondavi fifth, Javier Vasquez sixth, Tyler Grimm seventh, Justice Blackwell eighth, Matt Henderson ninth, Stefan Forge is 10th. Pace car comes off the track as we get set for the start of Heat 1. Green flag is out and we are off to racing 20 laps. Mitchie O'Brien holding on to the lead, followed by Bob Harlow in second and Stephen Waters in third. As they almost touch coming out turn 4. The 97 got very close to the 88. As Eagle Mondavi's moving his way up. He's up to third. As we go side by side around turn 3. Right behind Evo is Chris Harvey. A lot of tight action as we're 3 wide going around 2. Eagle in the inside trying to take second place from Steven. Joshua Bolton, he is in the transfer spot. You must finish 10th to move on to the featured race. If not, you're going to pack it up, put that car on a hauler, and wait till the start of the season. Tyler Grims, he's in 11th. He's outside the transfer spot, so he has some work cut out for him. As we see Steven fighting for the lead with Mitchie as we're side by side in the backstretch. The Eagle has fallen back down to 4th. We're still side by side as we pass the stripe. 15 laps to go. As we're still side by side going around 3. Mitchie's in the outside, Steven's in the inside. Some great racing to start Heat 1. As we see the number 100, Kapoor, she is in the transfer spot currently. Now Tanner Pitts is in the outside looking in. He needs to make some moves as these laps continue to count down. As Steve Harvey fighting for second place. Chris Harvey. Javier Vasquez in the inside. First time we call his name today. He's in the inside fighting for third. Mitchie's in the outside. He's slightly moving back some. Right behind him is Eagle Mondavi and Stefan Forge. 11 laps to go, halfway through Heat 1. As it seems like Steven is pulling away slightly. Now Chris Harvey in the inside, trying to battle for the lead. There's two Northern Lights racing cars. Mitchie O'Brien, Javier Vasquez battling for third place. As Tanner Pitts is now in a transfer spot. And he's going to have to battle the 97, Bob Harlow. As they're going to battle it out in the transfer spot. Stephen Waters continues to lead as we have 8 laps to go to the end of the race. Still side by side going around 3. Who will take Heat 1? Some exciting racing so far in this first heat. Stephen Waters does not want to give up this lead as we get ready to cross the stripe once again. 6 laps to go. Even if you don't want to win the race, you just want to transfer over to the featured race. Also give yourself some momentum. Tanner Pitts continues to hold on to 10th place as Bob Harlow has fallen back some. Your top 10 so far is Steven at 1. Well, Chris at 1, Mitchie at 3, Javier 4th, Stefan 5th, Joshua 6th, Justice 7th, Eagle 8th, Kapoor 9th, and Tanner 10th. As we go into turn 3, Chris with the slight edge over the 09. Over the 77. 3 laps to go. Your top 3, Chris, Steven, Javier. Who will take the checkered flag? 2 laps to go. As they're still side by side going around 1. This is a race between the 77 and the 09. Tight battle coming out of 4. White flag is out, final lap. As they're still neck and neck going around 1. As we head into the backstretch, the 09 with the slight edge right now. Can the 77 have something in the outside as we go around 3? As we come out of 4, the 09 with the slight edge. And the 09 Chris Harvey wins Heat 1. What a race. Great way to kick off this preseason. Steve Harvey wins Heat 1. Stephen Waters finishes second. Javier Vasquez third. Mitchie O'Brien fourth. Joshua Bolton fifth. Stefan Ford sixth. Justice Blackwell seventh. Kapoor eighth. Eagle Mondavi ninth. Tanner Pitts is 10th. He is your final car on the transfer spot. So he will transfer over to the featured race next week. Cars that didn't make it: Bob Harlow in 11th, Scion in 12th, Matt Henderson in 13th, Morningstar in 14th, Tyler 15th, Tom Krieg 16th, and Matthew Mayhem 17th. That rounds out your field. Those drivers 11 through 17 are going to have to pack up their cars in the holler and wait for the start of the season. But it was a great Heat 1, and I'll be right back, and we will start Heat 2. We are back, and we are getting ready to start Heat 2. As we have Jacob on the pole for Heat 2. JQ is in second, followed by Lizzie, OJ, Bobby, Colby, Steve, David Stone in eighth, some say in ninth, and Nolan in 10th. We had an exciting Heat 1. What will we get in Heat 2? That the 10th position is where you want to finish if you can't win the race. You want to be in the top 10. That'll secure your spot heading into next week. Your featured race will be double the laps. It'll be 40 laps for next week. As the pace car comes off the track and we get ready for Heat 2 racing. Green flag is out and we are underway. Jacob is in the inside with JQ on the outside. With Lizzie McGlover, she is in third. She is making her return after taking a season off. She is a part of low fuel racing, as well as OJ Alberja. He also took a few seasons off and he is back. We are happy to see them both back. They are extremely competitive and always have great drivers. As JQ takes the lead with OJ in second. OJ goes to the inside, trying to make the pass on the number 10. As they get very close, they almost touch. Can OJ take the lead? We've seen in the last heat, both lanes are pretty fast. Currently, Christian, the number 55, is in the transfer spot. Well, Bobby just took 10th place, so now Bobby is in the transfer spot. As the top three have pulled away. Jay, OJ, Colby are your top three. And we're side by side still going around turn 2. As JQ's having some success on the outside lane. But OJ's holding his own in the inside. Can Northern Lights Racing have a clean sweep in the heats as far as wins? Jacob, the number 021, is in fourth, followed by Bobby Brownstone and now Lizzie. As there's a big battle going on as Steve Bird is now in the transfer spot. And Bobby Leo Moxon is outside looking in, and now he took 10th. So that's going to be a battle for the 10th position here. JQ still in the lead. Now OJ in the inside. Still holding his own in the inside. As we continue to battle in the backstretch. The 042 is content right now in third, but he would love to take second in the outside. As those top three have pulled away from the number 4th position, which is Nolan Pierce. He is your 4th place car, followed by Jacob and Christian. But your leaders have almost a 3-second lead. They're showing a ton of speed in the heat too. Eight laps to go to the end of heat 2. Seven laps to go. And Lizzie McGlover, after having a great start to the race, she is now holding on to that last position. She is now in the transfer spot with Steve Bird on the outside. Can she hold on to 10th as we have 6 laps to go? JQ continues to battle OJ and Kobe. They almost have a 4-second lead. This is the only series where veterans and rookies collide. As we come out of turn 4, with JQ still with the slight edge on the outside, 4 laps to go. And Steve Bird is holding on to that 10th position in the transfer spot as Lizzie has dropped down to 12th. Can Steve Bird hold on to that 10th position? OJ with the slight lead. They're really neck and neck as they continue to swap first place. As we come out of 4, 2 laps to go. JQ with the small edge on the outside. Seems like he has a little more speed as we go around 1. Colby's still there in 3rd. Can he make anything happen? The white flag is out. Final lap. JQ still in the lead as we head into turn 1. Coming out of 2, OJ with a slight lead. Still head to head on the backstretch. JQ on the outside trying to give it all he has as he has the slight edge coming out of 4. And JQ wins stage heat 2. What a great finish to Heat 2 as they were side by side. OJ finishes second, Kobe third, Jacob fourth, Christian fifth, Bobby sixth, Nolan seventh, David Stone eighth, Bobby Leo Moxon ninth, and Steve Bird 10th. And he has your transfer spot, so Steve Bird will make the featured race. Lizzie McGlover, Nelly, Alex Starr, Harry, Randy Pierce, and Eric Belmont will not make your featured race next week. But we had an exciting two heats. The competition is extremely serious in the Legend Series as we had two fantastic races. Nobody really pulled away. It was a battle throughout the whole 20 laps. And next week we will have the featured race of 40 laps in the same track, Lucas Oil. We will also have the next gen duels next week, and those are always fun. There'll be money on the line in the dual races for the NASCAR Next Gen Series. But it was a great day of racing, a great way to see how this format is going to work. We'll always have 2 weeks, 2 heat races to start the week, and if you transfer over to the featured race, that's the only way you can get drivers championship points. So you have to make that featured race. If you don't make that featured race, you cannot score points for the driver standings and you cannot score points for your team. So it's extremely important to put some effort to make your car as best as possible so you can be competitive in these races. But we will see what next week brings as we have 40 laps and it'll be a longer race. So we'll see how the drivers handle 40 laps instead of 20. But I appreciate everybody coming out and watching the stream, and I will see you guys next time.